Hola clase. This video is for us to review all the course policies and to go over the syllabus together so that all of my expectations are clear and that you understand where your grade will be coming from. As you can see here, my name is Carrie Steinberg. I don't really hold set office hours for this course, but I am happy to meet you by appointment either in person on campus here in Athens or via Skype or Google Hangouts. My email address is listed on the syllabus. You can contact me through there. You can also contact me through ELC, but I do prefer email. So this course is an accelerated beginning course. It is designed for students who have had previous instruction in Spanish in high school. If you feel like you might be in the wrong course, it's important that you contact the undergraduate advisor and get that cleared up. It is extremely fast, and we jump into some more complicated grammar concepts pretty quickly. So if it's been a really, really long time for you, or if you never took Spanish in high school, then you might want to check with me or the undergraduate advisor about that. The required text is Experience Spanish. That is the name of our book. If you follow all the instructions in the Connect folder on ELC, you will learn how to register for the Connect platform. And with that, you will get a copy of the textbook. A digital copy of the textbook comes with that access to the website at Connect. So there's really no need to purchase a paper copy unless you're just someone who has that preference. This course is designed to improve your proficiency in all 4 language skills: speaking, writing, reading, and listening. The speaking part is the challenge with the online format since we're not meeting face-to-face, but we have figured out how to get you guys some good speaking practice through using Google Hangouts on Air, which we will go over. Let's see here. Also some cultural components. Your grading criteria. So you have a midterm, a final, 2 oral exams, 1 final project, 4 quizzes, and your homework and participation alone are worth 40% of your grade. So what this means is that if you keep up with your homework and all the homework on Connect, you're given 3 attempts to get 100. So if students put in a really good effort, I don't see how you can't get a high A on your homework as long as you're doing it and you're putting in a really good effort. The participation grade is comprised of the discussion forums on ELC and the Google Hangout on Air conversations with your partner. We're going to be going all over this in detail in some of the other folders here on ELC. But I would like to encourage you all to realize that even if Spanish may not be your best subject, if you just keep up with your work, turn everything in on time, 40% of your grade is sort of based on completion. So I have lots of students who maybe don't do great on the exams, but they've done all their homework, they've done all their participation, and they get a good grade in the course. And vice versa, even if you're a really good Spanish student and you get A's on all of your exams, if you don't keep up with your work on a day-to-day basis, your grade really suffers. So keep that in mind. Let's see. We will be using 3 different platforms. Here on ELC, we'll be using the discussion forums. This is where I will post everything that's due on a day-to-day basis. It's important that you check every day for your assignments. And we will also be using Connect, which we've briefly discussed. That's where you will find your homework assignments and also where you will be taking all your quizzes and tests. And lastly, we'll be using Google Hangouts on Air, which is similar to Skype, and you'll be matched up with a partner and you'll have weekly conversations with this person and send me a recording of that conversation. There's a midterm and a final. We'll get into more detail on those further in the semester, but I do want you guys to go ahead and start thinking about the program Tegrity that we use for both the midterm, the final, and the 4 quizzes that you take on Connect. That is when you will need to use the Tegrity program, which is a proctoring tool that is through Connect, and basically you will be videotaped while you take your exams. If you do not turn these assignments in with a Tegrity video, you receive an automatic 0. So it's incredibly important that you test this technology before your quizzes and tests, and that you turn in that video. Let's see, your oral exams, you'll have 2 of those. We'll get into more detail later on in the semester. You will also turn in a final project at the end of the semester, which will involve interviewing a native speaker of Spanish. So you guys need to go ahead and start thinking about who you might know personally who is a Spanish speaker, or who, if it's a friend of a friend, or a church member, or someone in your community, someone who you could ask to participate in this activity with you. If you absolutely cannot think of anyone on your own, then I'm happy to try to find someone for you to interview digitally. And let's see, there'll be 4 quizzes. These will consist of vocabulary, grammar, listening, and reading questions. Again, if you do not use the Tegrity proctoring tool for the quizzes, you will receive a 0. Participation is made up of the ELC discussion forums and the Google Hangouts on Air. Make sure and read all the information about those 2 assignments on ELC carefully so that you understand what's involved there. Again, your homework is through the website Connect. 5% of your homework grade is something called LearnSmart, which is essentially flashcards. And the more you know, the less you have to do. It's sort of based on completion, but you have to know the answers in order to complete the assignment. The other 15% of that grade is sort of workbook, homework, assignments, but again, you get 3 attempts per exercise to maximize your score. So you also have a tool called Check My Work, which kind of shows you which answer is right and which one you still need to work on in order to get the correct answer. There are a lot of tools here that you can use for your benefit in order to get a good grade on your homework, but you do have to put in the effort. I basically just don't accept late work in this course. If there's some kind of an emergency, please email me, let me know ahead of time, and I'll work with you. But if you forget an assignment, then there's nothing that I can do. However, for the Connect homework, not for the LearnSmart, you can complete that homework late, but for a penalty. So for every day you turn in your homework late, you are deducted 20% from that assignment. So that is the one exception there with late work. You can complete it late, but you'll get a lower grade. My role in this course is to guide you, facilitate your learning. I am here to answer questions you might have, language-related questions. When you have issues with technology or one of the platforms, then I'm not the best person to contact. But I'm here to support your learning. So if you ever have any questions, if you ever need to meet with me face-to-face or through Google Hangouts, I'm happy to do so. And just realize that I'm here. And, I encourage you to communicate with me throughout the semester. How should you communicate with me? It's really important to me that you guys email me in a professional manner. Don't email me as if you're texting your friend. Write an email to a professor and do that in a way that is appropriate. Let's see. So this course is a little different. You really need to take responsibility for your own learning. You have to be a pretty independent learner and a pretty organized person to be successful in this course. If there's anything that I can do to help you manage all of that, let me know. If you have any technical issues, again, you need to contact the technical support for whatever platform it is you're having issues with. I am not tech support. I will be posting your grades throughout the semester using the gradebook on ELC. If you have a registered disability with with the Disability Resource Center, please let me know as soon as possible. The withdrawal deadline is June 29th. And really, really, really important, save the best for last. Unfortunately, in this online format, I have had to deal with a lot more instances of academic dishonesty than I would like to have to deal with. It is extremely important that everyone understand, first of all, what is considered cheating. in this environment, and also to understand that I will report these incidences, and they're really obvious. So let's just both try to stay out of the academic dishonesty office, and and do your work in a way that complies with the honesty code of the university. So to clarify, any translation program, Google Translate, any kind of online translator, is strictly prohibited in this class. You can use a dictionary for doing your homework. You can even use a verb conjugator, but plugging in a paragraph in English and asking some translator to translate it for you, first of all, it doesn't work. Second of all, it's cheating. It's not okay. Also, copying any information from websites or consulting a Spanish-speaking person while completing your assignments, getting any kind of outside assistance, all of these are violations of the honor code, and they will be reported. So just be mindful of that throughout the semester. And here is some contact information if you have any concerns about the class and can't resolve it with myself. Okay, thanks guys.